know of you, Nancy Green. She was born a slave. She lived through emancipation. After she was free, she went to Chicago and she worked for a judge, and then she got hired to be Aunt Jemima. She played the part for 30 years. In 1923, she was hit by an automobile. That's what I know of her.
She ain't your Aunt Jemima, pickaninny, jigaboo. She ain't your dog, ain't your tragic mulatto, spade a coon. She ain't your field or your house nigga, wanna be white, won't you set her free?
My name is Michelle, welcome to the show. Well, here it is, the new millennium. I'm in New York City, and I've obviously got Mammy on my mind. I can't stop thinking about her, who she was, where she came from. Why has she remained a part of popular culture for so long? Why for some in this country is she a symbol of comfort, and for others a symbol of oppression? Why do I even care? I was looking for a Mr. Davis of the R.T. Davis Milling Company. Hello, sir. My name is Nancy Green. Well, I heard you're looking for someone to help you sell your pancakes. Yes, sir. I was born a slave in Montgomery County, Kentucky. When I got my freedom, I traveled here to Chicago. Well, mostly looking for my children. I have a boy and 2 girls. Well, they was took from me on the plantation. I was hoping they traveled up north like I did, if they still be alive. What the hell am I supposed to do with pancakes and self-rising mix? I don't need no wide-eyed smiles and pearly white teeth. I can't use no bandanas and checkered aprons. What the hell am I supposed to do with all these stereotypes, myths, and lies? This is where it all began, y'all. The old-time minstrel show. Imagine you're in a great big hall and people pack the place. You're here to see men sing and dance with burnt cork on their face. Well, yeah, that's mean and yeah, that's wrong. It's a grand old fantasy. But years ago it was used to confirm white superiority. But I'm an actress, so I go to the audition. I get there, sign my name, look around. There's about 5 other actresses who look kind of like me. They call my name, I walk in, they hand me the copy. I'm standing there. I'm so overwhelmed that I'm even here and considering this that of course I did horribly. I was like, get your Aunt Jemima pancakes. They were actually looking for a more motherly type. But as I'm standing in this audition, I couldn't stop thinking about Nancy Green, who debuted as Aunt Jemima over 108 years ago. Back in Louisiana, I'm famous for my delicious pancakes, and I done traveled all the way up north to tell y'all about it and give you a little taste. Y'all be amazed at how easy it is to use my pancake mix. It's just like having a slave, but in a box. 1893 World's Fair, a spectacle for all the world to see. William Ferris debuts his 260-foot Ferris wheel, a mechanical wonder seating over 1,400 people. On the fairgrounds, a Cuban exhibit, and a Haitian pavilion. Even Africans are showcased. 100 farm people from Dahomey in Africa are shipped over to build a replica of their village on the fairgrounds. But the African-American experience is visibly absent. In contrast, Nancy Green as Aunt Jemima is so popular that they have to bring in extra security to keep the crowds moving. Finally, after much protest, the managers of the fair declare August 25th Colored American Day. Now, many black people boycott the day. Colored Folks Day. The horticultural department has already pledged itself to put plenty of watermelons around on the grounds. Black activists like Frederick Douglass and Hallie Q. Brown, they used the day to tell the world about the progress in America. Men talk of the Negro problem. There is no Negro problem. The problem is whether the American people have honesty enough, loyalty enough, honor enough, patriotism enough to live up to their own Constitution. Mammy's pancakes will put a smile on your face. Sure does put a smile on mine. Now, it don't seem like they wants me here at the Colored Day speeches. Well, a bunch of them come over here saying what I's doing ain't uplifting the race. They say what I's doing ain't moving us forward. For 250 years, the Negro woman of America was bought and sold as chattel. Side by side with the men of her race, she toiled in the dank rice swamps, in the cotton fields, and the lone cane breaks. James Baldwin left us a warning. He said, "Before our joy at the demise of Aunt Jemima and Uncle Tom approaches the indecent, we had better ask from whence they sprang, how they lived, into what limbo have they vanished." Well, as you can see, I'm a devotee of the Mammy collectibles. Well, I love to collect these things because of the warm, happy thoughts and memories that I associate with them. As a little girl growing up, my mother and my grandmother decorated every room in the house with smiling, motherly black Mammy images. Well, it wasn't until I was in my teens that I came to realize that these faces I saw had a darker side to them. You're listening to the sounds of WITE. Today in the news, we are sad to say goodbye to Aunt Jemima. It is reported that yesterday she was struck by an automobile in the streets of Chicago. Hi, babies. Don't worry, you ain't gonna let me go nowhere. Mammy's gonna be around for a long time, ain't she? You be looking for me wherever you go. You might not buy the salt and pepper shakers or the cookie jars, but you gonna love that TV show, Give Me a Break. You might even start looking for me in one of them TV talk shows. I'm opening it up to you guys. So I'm constantly fighting. I don't know if that answers your question. It's a constant struggle because I want to work and I want to be like thriving in this city and I want to be, doing things and able to produce my own things and stuff like this. So it's just like, what am I going to do? But the great thing about it is that I have learned this history now and I know where we came from and I know where I can walk forward. I know where I'm going. And so that's the most important thing, is about knowing our history. Yeah. So we know what when we're approached with something, whether we can do this or not, or whether our souls will let us do it, or whether our ancestors are pushing us to do it or pushing us not to do it. Yeah. So that's the thing that's great about how I feel about this whole thing.
Yeah. Time to cut the apron strings. So listen up. She ain't your Aunt Jemima pickaninny jigaboo. She ain't your dog and your tragic mulatto spade a coon. She ain't your field or your house nigga wanna be white. Won't you set her free?